안녕하세요, 톰입니다. Let's have fun learning an amazing language, Korean. The theme of today's lesson is 고향에 언제 돌아갔어요? When did you go back to your hometown? In today's class, we will learn about the past tense of verbs and adjectives. After completing today's class, you can not only say simple past tense sentences such as I really had fun today, but also say a present perfect progressive form that connects the past and the present, such as I've been doing this job. I am very glad to see your range of vocabulary and expression getting wider as we progress through more lessons. Let's keep it up until the end, imagining ourselves speaking Korean fluently and pass the official topic test in near future. 그럼 시작할게요. Today's title is 고향에 언제 돌아갔어요? Sangmin is a Korean living in Seoul. Tami is asking Sangmin when he went back to his hometown. First, let's listen to the conversation with English subtitles. 그럼 들어보세요. 상민 씨는 고향에 언제 돌아갔어요? 저는 작년 10월에 갔다 왔습니다. 그 후에 한 번도 고향에 안 돌아갔어요? 네, 저는 서울에서 계속 일하고 있었습니다. 그랬군요. 외롭지 않았어요? 아니요, 실은 우리 가족들도 자주 서울에 옵니다. Now, I will explain the vocabularies and phrases while reviewing the conversation one sentence at a time. 상민 씨는 고향에 언제 돌아갔어요? 돌아가다 means to go back and 돌아오다 means to come back. In fact, in Korea, there is no expression that only means to return. You either use 돌아가다 to go back or 돌아오다 to come back. If you want to ask, when did you go back to Korea to your friend, you say 고향에 언제 돌아갔어요? 저는 작년 10월에 갔다 왔습니다. 작년 means last year. 올해 is this year and 내년 is next year. Then how do you express 1 year ago or 1 year later? As we learned in the previous lesson, you can use the signal numbers to say 1년 전, 1 year ago, and 1년 후, 1 year later. 갔다 오다 means to go and come back, and it is a rare word that has the past tense 갔다 in the beginning of the original form. 그 후에 한 번도 고향에 안 돌아갔어요? 그 후에 means after that. If you say 그 전에, it means before that. 한 번도 means not even once. Like this, 한 번, 두 번, 세 번 means once, twice, 3 times. In addition, 도 in 한 번도 means even or also. It is easy to use because you just need to add 도 whether or not there is a final consonant in a noun. For example, you can say like 영어도 수학도 어려워요. English and also math are both difficult. 네, 저는 서울에서 계속 일하고 있었습니다. 네 is yes and 아니요 is no. Sammy, I have learned this before. Yes, but here Sammy said 네 as no in English. What's going on here? It can be so confusing for English learners in the beginning. Like this conversation, if someone says, didn't you go to your hometown last year? Then in English, if you did not go, you say, no, I didn't. But in Korean, you use 네 as yes, I did not go. This yes implies that's right. By practicing it often with your friends, you will get used to it gradually. So, don't worry! 계속 means continuously. In Korea, when you want to emphasize the word 계속, you elongate 개 when pronouncing like 계속. 그랬군요. 외롭지 않았어요? In the past, we learned 그렇군요. I see as a quick response. 그랬군요 also means I see, but this is a past tense. So it has the nuance of, oh, that's what you've been doing. The word 외롭다 means lonely. As the stem has pub as the final consonant, this your form will be 외로워요. I'm lonely. I hope you guys are not lonely, okay? 아니요. 실은 우리 가족들도 자주 서울에 옵니다. 실은 means in fact or actually. For example, 실은 저는 녹차를 싫어합니다. means in fact I hate green tea. Okay? 가족 is family and 가정 is household. The phrase 가족들도 means family members as well. 자주 means often. For example, 그 남자는 자주 시계를 봐요. means that man often looks at his watch. You don't want a man like this on a date, right? Oh! Next, let me explain the grammar. Today, we are going to learn the past tense of your form and nida form. In the last lesson, we concentrated on the your form. I hope everyone still remembers it. If you understand the present tense of the your form completely, the past tense that I'm going to explain today should be super easy for you. For the past tense, you always use 쌍시옷, which is made up of two 시옷. If you remove the yo at the end of the present tense of your form and add 쌍시었어요, it becomes the past tense. If you add 쌍시었습니다, it becomes the past tense of the nida form. In the conversation, Tammy asks, 고향에 언제 돌아갔어요? When did you go back to your hometown? Here, let's focus on the word 돌아갔어요. The original form is 돌아가다. So, the your form is 돌아가요. When you make this sentence in the past tense, you remove 요 from 돌아가요 and add 쌍시었어요, and it becomes 돌아갔어요. If you want to use the past tense of nida form, you remove 요 from 돌아가요 and add 쌍시었습니다, and it becomes 돌아갔습니다. Next, let's take a look at the phrase 갔다 오다, which means to go and then come back. What would be the your form of 갔다 오다? You might be thinking that you never learned, but it has the same pattern as 오다, to come. So it is 갔다 와요. To change this verb into the past tense of the your form, you remove 요 from 갔다 와요 and add 쌍시었어요, and it becomes 갔다 왔어요. To change this 갔다 오다 into the past tense of the nida form, you remove 요 from 갔다 와요 and add 쌍시었습니다, and it becomes 갔다 왔습니다. Next, let's take a look at the word 귀국하다, which means to return. As 귀국하다 has 하다 at the end, you can just change the word into the your form. This is nice and simple. Just like how 사랑하다 becomes 사랑해요, 귀국하다 becomes 귀국해요. To make this word into the past tense of your form, you remove 요 from 귀국해요 and add 쌍시었어요, and it becomes 귀국했어요. If you want to make it into the past tense of nida form, you remove 요 from 귀국해요 and add 쌍시었습니다, and it becomes 귀국했습니다. Anyway, there are many words that finish with 하다, so it is faster to memorize that the past tense of 하다 is 했어요, 했습니다. Next, Let's look at the word 있다. Your form of 있다 is 있어요, right? To make this into the past tense of your form, you remove your from 있어요 and add 산수였어요, and it becomes 있었어요. If you want to make this into the past tense of neither form, you remove your from 있어요 and add 산수였습니다, and it becomes 있었습니다. By the way, when you master this 있었어요, 있었습니다, was, were, you can make the expression 하고 있었어요, 하고 있었습니다, I was doing. In the conversation, there was a sentence, 저는 서울에서 계속 일하고 있었습니다. I have been working in Seoul. This grammar connects the past and the present events. This word 계속, continuously, goes well with the present perfect progressive tense like this sentence in the conversation. Present perfect progressive tense sounds very super. For example, when you say 저는 계속 기다리고 있었어요, it means I have been waiting. Lastly, let's learn how to make the past tense of negative sentences. There are two ways to make negative sentences for verbs and adjectives. Do you remember them? The first one is 안, and the second one is 지 않아요, 않습니다. The past tense of these patterns are 안 and 지 않았어요, 않았습니다. In the case of 안, you just had to add 안 before a verb or adjective. But when the word is something 하다, such as 운동하다 or 일하다, you cut in between something and 하다 and add 안 in the middle. Now, let's take a look at this sentence. 한국에 귀국 안 했어요? Didn't you go back to Korea? Here, 귀국하다 is the word for going back to one's home country. Again, you cut in between 귀국 and 했어요 and add 안 in the middle to make a negative sentence of a past tense. Besides this expression, you can also say 한국에 안 돌아갔어요, which means I did not go back to Korea. 지 않았어요, 지 않았습니다 is straightforward and easy. You just need to add 지 않았어요, 지 않았습니다 after a stem of a verb or adjective. In the conversation, there is a question form. 외롭지 않았어요? Didn't you feel lonely? Here, the original form of lonely is 외롭다. The stem is 외롭. So you add 지 않았어요, 지 않았습니다 in the stem to make 외롭지 않았어요, 외롭지 않았습니다. Quiz! Let's improve our understanding by taking a short quiz. What goes in the bracket? 저는 그날 원피스를 I wore a dress on that day. Let's think about your form and neither form together. Your form of 입다 to wear is 입어요. Then you remove your from 입어요 and add 산수였어요 to say 입었어요, or add 산수였습니다 to say 입었습니다. The whole sentence would be 저는 그날 원피스를 입었어요, 입었습니다. How about the next question? 저는 그때 엄청 I was very happy at that time. Here as well, let's think about your form and neither form together. First, your form of 기쁘다 is 기뻐요. Then you remove 요 from 기뻐요 and add 산수였어요 to say 기뻤어요. Or add 산수였습니다 to say 기뻤습니다. The whole sentence would be 저는 그때 엄청 기뻤어요. 저는 그때 엄청 기뻤습니다. Now, let's read the conversation again, but only in Korean. It should be easier to understand than the beginning. 그럼 확인해 보세요. 상민 씨는 고향에 언제 돌아갔어요? 저는 작년 10월에 갔다 왔습니다. 그 후에 한 번도 고향에 안 돌아갔어요? 네, 저는 서울에서 계속 일하고 있었습니다. 그랬군요. 외롭지 않았어요? 아니요, 실은 우리 가족들도 자주 서울에 옵니다. Now, let's practice reading it aloud. I will play the audio one sentence at a time, so please read it with me. This is one of the only times you can make an output, so please do not skip anything and try reading it aloud. 그럼 큰 소리로 읽어보세요. 상민 씨는 고향에 언제 돌아갔어요? 저는 작년 10월에 갔다 왔습니다. 그 후에 한 번도 고향에 안 돌아갔어요? 네, 저는 서울에서 계속 일하고 있었습니다. 그랬군요. 외롭지 않았어요? 아니요, 실은 우리 가족들도 자주 서울에 옵니다. Great work, everyone! Be sure to read aloud at least 5 times. I will announce your favorite 2 assignments. The first homework is to create 2 past sentences. For example, I would write like this. 저는 어제 뮤지컬을 봤습니다. 아주 재미있었습니다. I saw the musical yesterday. It was a lot of fun. I want to know what you did this week. Please tell me about yourself. The second homework is memorizing vocabulary. Please memorize 40 words from number 361 to number 400 on page 5 of the beginner's word list. I have prepared a 40-word quiz, so if you remember them, please challenge yourself. From today, you will be able to make past tenses in Korean. I'm super excited for you all. You are excellent. I'm really looking forward to teaching you other expressions for the next lesson. 그럼 오늘도 행복 가득, 웃음 가득한 하루 되세요. 한국어 파이팅 파이팅 파이팅!